Inside Crescent, the 135-meter Lürssen that hides in plain sight. Imagine walking along a harbor and spotting a yacht so dark and sharp, it looks more like a classified Navy project than a billionaire's toy. No name on the stern, black hull, mirrored glass. Somewhere on board, there is a single number that explains why you almost never see this yacht packed with charter guests. We'll come back to that number. Welcome back to Luxury Living Detective. Today we're stepping into the shadows of Crescent, a 135-meter Lürssen megayacht originally built as Project Thunder and delivered in 2018. She's one of the most mysterious giants afloat. In this video, we're going to break down what she is, how she's built, what it really costs to keep her moving, and what life might feel like on a floating fortress of this size. A 445-foot steel shadow. On paper, Crescent sits closer to private ship than regular yacht. She measures about 135.5 meters, around 445 feet, with a beam just over 22 meters and a draft near 5.2 meters. Her internal volume is roughly 9,000 gross tons, small cruise ship territory, concentrated into a single private hull. Built by Lürssen in Germany, Crescent has a full-displacement steel hull, aluminium superstructure and teak decks. Exterior design by Espen Øino gives her a long raked bow, stacked decks, and that unmistakable dark hull and superstructure combination. In a marina full of white wedding cake yachts, Crescent looks like a stealth vessel that decided to try luxury. The interior is by Zuretti and is built around privacy. This isn't a floating hotel, it's a retreat. The palette leans into rich woods, stone, art, and generous volumes instead of cramming in as many cabins as possible. Most reports point to accommodation for around 18 guests in 9 suites, including a large owner's area and VIP cabins, plus space for roughly 40 or more crew. That guest-to-crew ratio is exactly what you expect at this level. Far more people serving than relaxing. Engines, speed, and 7,000-mile range. Crescent is powered by twin MTU 20V 1163 M84 diesels, each delivering roughly 7,500 horsepower. Together, they drive twin shafts that can push this 135-meter hull to a reported top speed in the mid-teens, with figures up to about 18 knots. For a steel giant of this size, that is serious performance. Her real comfort zone is a cruising speed of about 11 knots. At that pace, Crescent can stretch to roughly 7,000 nautical miles on a full load of fuel, giving her true ocean-crossing range. To do that, she carries close to 1 million liters of diesel and a huge freshwater capacity. Zero-speed stabilizers work both underway and at anchor, shaving off most of the roll so that movement feels more like a quiet, slow sway than a rough sea trip. Under all the polished marble and designer furniture, Crescent is a very serious long-range ship. Life on board, fortress. Outside, resort inside. From the dock, Crescent looks almost intimidating. Step on board, and the mood flips. At water level, a wide swim platform and beach club zone open straight onto the sea, with side garages for fast tenders and toys. Up on the main deck, you hit one of Crescent's signature features, a large aft pool with glass floor elements wrapped in loungers and shaded seating. In the daytime, this is the social heart of the yacht. Sun, music, drinks, and crew moving quietly in the background. Inside, the main saloon runs across the full beam with tall windows and high ceilings. Seating is grouped into conversation areas, so the room can shift from family space to formal reception. Above and below, a dramatic multi-deck atrium turns a staircase into a vertical lobby, and brings light deep into the interior. Higher decks stack more lounges, bars, and outdoor terraces. 2 helipads, one on the bow and another up top with a retractable hangar, let guests arrive by helicopter and walk straight inside. It feels less like boarding a boat and more like stepping off a private jet into your own moving hotel. Guest suites are closer to hotel rooms than traditional cabins. Big beds, ensuite bathrooms, seating areas, and plenty of storage. The owner's area pulls away from the rest of the layout with its own terraces and reception spaces, basically a penthouse carved into the superstructure. Down in the wellness layer you find the gym, spa spaces, cinema, and smaller lounges, so no one ever has to ask, "What now?" Key specs, in real-world terms. Boiled down to numbers, Crescent is a custom Lürssen motor yacht about 135.5 meters long, a little over 22 meters wide, with around 5.2 meters of draft and roughly 9,000 gross tons of volume. She carries a steel hull, aluminium superstructure, and teak decks. 2 20-cylinder MTU diesels push her to top speeds in the mid-teens, while an efficient cruising speed around 11 knots gives her that 7,000 nautical mile range. Accommodation is laid out for roughly 18 guests in 9 suites, plus a dedicated owner's section, supported by a professional crew that can easily run above 40 when fully staffed. A self-contained micro-world on steel. The number that explains everything. Now back to that number. Public estimates put Crescent's value around $600 million. That places her firmly in the half-billion-plus league, alongside some of the most expensive private vessels on the planet. In the superyacht world, there's a simple rule of thumb. Expect to spend about 10% of the yacht's value every year just to keep it running. Apply that to Crescent, and you're looking at something like $60 million a year in operating costs. That figure covers salaries for a large professional crew, fuel bills that feel like corporate budgets, dockage in prime marinas, insurance, dry dock time, refits, constant maintenance, and helicopter operations. Break it down, and you're talking several $million every month, whether anyone is on board or not. Buying Crescent is step 1. Carrying that annual burn, quietly and consistently, is the real status signal. Your turn. Would you choose the shadow yacht? If you could choose between a bright white, attention-grabbing mega yacht and something like Crescent, a dark, private 135-meter phantom that slips in and out of ports, which one fits you better? And why? Would you rather be center stage or own the yacht everyone whispers about from a distance? Tell me in the comments what kind of super yacht matches your personality and which yacht you want to see next on Luxury Living Detective. If this look inside one of the world's most secretive mega yachts gave you new luxury daydream material, tap the like button so YouTube knows to push more of these videos your way. And hit subscribe with notifications on so you never miss an upload. If you want to go deeper and support the channel, you can join with the join button and become part of our inner circle of luxury-obsessed viewers. And if this video made you rethink what being rich looks like at the very top, you can also use Super Thanks to directly support the channel and help us keep bringing you the wildest stories from the world of luxury. Thanks for watching Luxury Living Detective. I'll see you in the next video, where we unlock another corner of a lifestyle most people will only ever see from far away.